Welcome to another video. Today we are playing in the theme Chronicle, and we are playing with the OG Ocean Dragon Lord. Ocean Dragon Lord Daedalus gonna let us send our opponent's entire hand and the entire field to the graveyard. We're going first, and we got Pot of Greed. Let's see if we can get the combo off. We are gonna activate Legendary Ocean. We are gonna activate. We're missing one piece. Now this is a 4-card combo, so you're never. Oh, you can have it turn 1, but you're gonna have to get real lucky. So what we're gonna do is activate Sea Stealth, activate our Sea Stealth attack, and then normal summon Ice Jade Tremora. That should protect us, since Sea Stealth attack will destroy any monster that attacks into this Tremora. Hopefully this Maxi will draw some cards, and will. Okay, opponent is kaijuing us. All right, you know what? That's okay. Opponent lightning storming us. Okay, that is not great because we just lost our entire board. Opponent using Fairy Tales. Alright. Returning our card to hand so they don't summon any monsters, so our Maxi draws 0 cards. And we draw Foolish Burial Goods, which we could use to send a Ice Bear to the graveyard and search for a monster. But we're significantly down on our opponent, so you know what? Let's go on to the next game, try again. You gotta be persistent with this deck. When things are going badly, you move on to the next one. Let's go. Alright, we're not gonna let one little bad game stop us. We're going to show the true power of the Ocean Dragon Lord. Let's set 2 ice barriers. Opponent, what have you got? More Feather Dusters. Alright. Well, you know, I do say that whenever you set more than 2 spells, your opponent has Feather Duster added to their hand. But we're not just going to give up just because our ice barriers are destroyed. They have a graveyard effect to search, and we're going to take advantage of that because we actually have the entire combo set up to go. Opponent is doing ancient gear things. And if all they're doing is this, we're going to be in a great spot because they have 5 cards in hand still. Well, let's teach our opponent a lesson about which Ocean Dragon Lord is the best. People thought they were safe from Ocean Dragon Lord in this festival, but they are not safe. Ice Barrier going to search for the final piece of the puzzle. We got War of Atlantis, which is not needed, Ice Jade Tremora, Yugioh Dragon Daedalus, Ocean Dragon Lord, and an Umi in hand. Let's go. Use Tremora to special summon the Yugioh Dragon. Let's activate our Legendary Ocean. Let's special summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Let's activate the Ocean Dragon Lord's effect. Send every card on the field in both hands to the graveyard. Very cool. Hit our opponent for 2,900 damage. And now we just have to hope our opponent cannot get out of this situation. Opponent setting a back row. Well, I'm not worried about that. Sea Stealth attack is a great draw. We're going to set that. Toggle on to activate in the standby phase. Activate Sea Stealth. Not only does this provide protection with our Sea Stealth attack being able to banish our Ocean Dragon Lord, it also means that we have another Legendary Ocean we can send to the graveyard and send our opponent's entire field to the graveyard. Opponent getting in with the Power Bond. What are they going to make? An Ancient Gear Howitzer. Now we got to read this. Unaffected by card effects. That actually means we can't send it to the graveyard with Ocean Dragon Lord. We're going to have to attack it normally. Alright, opponent. I see what you're playing here. Dealing 1,000 life point damage to us. Well, we're just going to attack over you. Maxi, not really the draw we wanted here. Now, when this is destroyed, it special summons an Ancient Gear monster. If you're smart, you could activate Maxi in your main phase because you can't activate it in the damage step when this thing dies and activates its effect. So we don't get to draw any cards here. But that's okay. We got Ocean Dragon Lord, we got Umi lock. You'd think we were playing regular Umi control. Opponent, what are you going to do with your Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon? They are going to do nothing. Alright, well, let's show our opponent what a real boss monster does. It attacks and destroys its opponents. Opponent, any more plays? Opponent setting, they are in turtle mode. We draw. Citadel Whale, not going to do much here. Ocean Dragon Lord. Pop that Ash Blossom. Opponent, you're going to run out of stuff to turtle with. Opponent, finally, running out of material. Let's get in with the Ocean Dragon Lord. Ultra lethal, 3,100 points. Opponent disrespecting, banishing the Yugioh Dragon. But that's not going to stop lethal damage. Alright, that is how things are supposed to go. But things aren't always going to go this smoothly. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, this is beautiful. We almost have the entire combo in hand. We're missing Ice Jade Tremora. So we're going to search for the Umi. Opponent, Ash Blossoming. Not really wanting to see that. Now we are down 2 pieces. Alright, well, we're not going to give up here. We're going to pass to the opponent. Opponent, what have you got? Opponent with the small world now. We could activate Ash Blossom here, but opponent is playing Symphonics. There's other stuff we can Ash. Let him have the small world. It's a -1, or if we let it resolve. So opponent going -1 to search for a Symphonic. They are activating Symphonic Warrior. Gonna flip their face down, face up. Search for a card, and we are gonna Ash Blossom. Opponent has Crossout, but they're naming Max C. So clearly they don't care about this search. Or they didn't have any more Ash Blossoms in their deck. Well, I guess we'll find out. Opponent, do you have some sort of 6 Symphonic Wombo combo? Opponent summoning. Opponent setting monsters from the deck. Opponent activating Symphonic Pendulum spells. Opponent XC summoning into a Gear Gigan X. Gonna search for a machine. Getting Symphonic Warrior DJ. Opponent, you know what? We're just gonna send all this to the graveyard if we get all the right pieces. Opponent attacking with the Gear Gigan. And we have an option here. Now, the option is, because we have War of Atlantis in the graveyard, we could actually use Ice Barrier to send a level 5 to the graveyard and add War of Atlantis. So if we wait and draw Ice Jade Tremora, then we could just do that, get the War of Atlantis. If we happen to draw War of Atlantis or an Umi, we can get Ice Jade Tremora. Our combo's perfect either way. But if we draw a Foolish Barrel Good, send an Ice Barrier to the graveyard, we can only activate 1 Ice Barrier per turn. So I'm going to take the chance here. I'm going to activate Ice Barrier now. It's always a risk. You always got to make a hard choice. We're going to get Ice Jade Tremora. Hope that we draw into an Umi. And very awkward, we draw Ice Knight. Ice Knight, another way to summon the Levia Dragon if we had the Umi. So if I just waited, I would have had the combo, send everything to the graveyard. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to go for it. We're going to summon the Levia Dragon. We're going to summon Ice Knight. We are going to summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. We're going to pop our opponent's entire board, leaving them just with these pendulum spells, and hope for the best. Symphonic, show us what you got. Opponent setting a card, flipping it face up to activate. Adding more Symphonic Warriors. Alright, opponent. You know what? We got no place. We're going to let you combo at turbo speed. Okay, apparently opponent's best play was making Appaloosa. After all that wombo comboing, they aren't big enough to get over the Ocean Dragon Lord. Not really sure what opponent's plan was there. Sea Stealth attack would have been great, except we don't have a legendary ocean in the graveyard. Keep getting punished. Let's attack over that Appaloosa opponent. Here's your second chance. Symphonic, show me what you got. You need 1 pop or 2,900 plus attack points. Opponent, combo number 2. Okay, opponent has the ability. Wait, what are you doing? Opponent, you could have just activated this Crocker Dragon and popped our Ocean Dragon Lord, but opponent activated the Small World from hand, so now they don't have enough cards to discard. Opponent, what are you doing? Okay, opponent clearly some sort of next level duelist. Passing to us. Well, we're gonna get over this Crocker Dragon, because if they draw 1 more card, they're popping us. Alright, opponent, here's your third chance. Show us what you got. Symphonics. And opponent is done. They are letting the game time out. Alright. Well, you know what? Sometimes special summon a 2,900 attack monster is all you need to do. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, opponent is going first and they are only setting 1 card. Let's activate our pot. Pot of draw 2. Drawn into a Fishborg launcher, and we are passing to our opponent because we don't have the full combo. We are missing a singular piece, and that is the Ocean Dragon Lord. The Levia Dragon. Opponent is playing Crusadia. Are they going to OTK us here? we are going to find out. Opponent doing Crusadia combo. Pop in our back row. We're going to call by. Banish the Crusadia Arborea from the graveyard. Possible that could negate our opponent. Opponent using Crusadia Testament. So we cannot activate cards in response to their Crusadia monster effects. So Ash Blossom is offline. Opponent, here is your chance. Get lethal. Opponent getting there, Leonis. Special summoning Crusadias. Now everyone's worried about this Crusadia deck, but in my experience it is pretty medium. They can get solid OTKs if you have a lot of monsters on your board, but if your only play is set Fishborg Launcher Pass, well, your opponent might have some trouble. Ecomax is going to let them negate once per turn by tributing a Crusadia monster it points to. They're going to get in, hit the Fishborg for piercing battle damage, but that's it. That's their play. Alright, well, we're going to draw here, and we got it. Now we just got to play real careful so we don't get negated. Let's activate Ice Jade Tremora, special summon the Levia Dragon. Opponent going to max C. Well, we're not going to take any chances here. We're Ash Blossoming. Our plan is to send all our cards in the hand to the graveyard anyway. Let's negate with the Ash. Summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Opponent is negating the Ocean Dragon Lord. Opponent, what are you doing? Now your attack is low enough that we can just attack over you. Alright, now opponent has no monsters. I guess we'll activate Legendary Ocean and accidentally forget that we're negated. Our plan was to destroy all their cards on the field, but we forgot. We were negated. Luckily we got a backup. Let's search for the second copy of Legendary Ocean. Let's special summon our Ocean Dragon Lord, and we're not going to activate this because I don't think Crusadias have any one-card combos, and this field spell is not doing anything. Opponent summoning the Maximus, and they have given up. Opponent trying to commit seppuku. Opponent, you know what? I can respect this. We are going to beat you down, but we are going to do it at a very slow speed because all we can do is 2,900 a turn. Could use one of these Legendary Oceans to boost our attack points, but opponent seems happy to help out. Going to attack directly with the Max C. Alright, let's show our opponent some respect. Attack directly with the Ocean Dragon Lord for maximum damage after sending all cards on the hand and field to the graveyard. Bam, lethal damage. Alright, let's do one more game. Alright, interesting hand. We are missing some pieces. Let's search for the Ice Bearer to the graveyard, but we don't know what we need yet, so we're just going to wait. Sometimes waiting is the right play. Opponent is passing with no actions. They are afraid. They are afraid, and we're going to take advantage of that fear. We draw. Ice Jade Tremora. Perfect. We have everything we need. Let's activate Ice Bear in the graveyard. Search for the Levia Dragon. Ice Jade Tremora. Activate. Special summon. Opponent with the Max C. Well, we're going to get this Ash Blossom going. We're going to send all those cards in the hand of the graveyard. Ash Blossom's going to go too. Negate the Max C. Special summon the Levia Dragon. Special summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Activate Sea Stealth 2. Send all cards in the hand to the graveyard. Our opponent is playing Crusadias, and they wanted to go second. They wanted to Kaiju us and Crusadia combo, but that is not happening. Let's attack with Ocean Dragon Lord. Only 2 more attacks to get lethal. Opponent top decking Lightning Storm. Alright, this is anyone's game. This is anyone's game now. Ash Blossom, not going to do anything. Pass to the opponent. Opponent summoning a 4-mud Skipper. Going to link into All Mirage and try and search. Well, Ash Blossom going to negate. Now what they got is an All Mirage. Let's draw. Oh, opponent getting frisky with the 0 attack All Mirage. Luckily that doesn't do any damage to us. Ice Barrier, alright. Get set. Now, a single Ice Barrier is not going to get us anything useful here. So we're going to have to draw something else. We will get this in the graveyard though. Negate the All Mirage. Draw a Sea Stealth attack. Well, that is pretty neat, because it'll let us activate our Umi from the graveyard. Activate that Umi. This is actually sweet, because if they go to battle, we get to special summon our Levia Dragon, activate Sea Stealth, banish it, and then get it back. Means we get to permanently keep it. Opponent summoning a 4-mud skipper. And going into Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix is going to clear one of our spells, getting rid of the Sea Stealth attack. That is not ideal. Maybe I should have held this till I had some more plays, but here I was thinking it was the right play. Opponent's searching for a Parallel Exceed, but they don't have any link arrows pointing down, so they cannot summon it. Let's block with Levia Dragon Daedalus. Back to our turn here. Still haven't taken any damage. Legendary Ocean, bit of an awkward draw. Can't do anything with that right now. This could go either way. Opponent Monster Reborn, and they chose a monster in our graveyard. They could have summoned something from their graveyard. Going for a Thunder King Ryo would have been 3,300 damage, but opponent thinks they're getting smart, stealing our Levia Dragon, so we can't block with the Umi. But opponent, you made a big mistake. We got Ice Barrier in the graveyard. We're going to use Ice Barrier Secret Mode to dodge Monster Reborn. Activate, send a Citadel Whale to the graveyard, and add the targeted Levia Dragon. So opponent, not getting anything. Alright, now that was a bit of a mistake, because I could have added another Levia Dragon to the graveyard to keep resummoning it, instead of this Citadel Whale. So now we got to take 1,900 damage. And we got to top deck something good. Otherwise we're going to get beat down by this Nightmare Phoenix, and drawing another Ocean is not what we need. We need some monsters here. Opponent getting frisky with the Nightmare Phoenix, and they're drawing cards. Every turn they draw a card is a turn that we could get in trouble. Foolish Burial Goods. Getting us another Ice Barrier. Getting us another Search. Let's get that Levia Dragon in the graveyard. Correct our mistake from last time. Add that Tremora from our graveyard back to hand to special summon the Levia Dragon. Activate Legendary Ocean. Attack. 900 damage. Opponent, what have you got? Opponent with the Feather Duster. We activated 2 spells. You know what happens. Feather Duster is added to their hand by Konami. Fishborg Launcher, interesting here. Actually lets us synchro, because I have some synchros. We could go into White Aura Whale or Adamantipator Risen Dragate, but it is more damage to summon Fishborg and activate Legendary Ocean, so I went for the max damage line. Let's see if it pays off. Legendary Ocean reducing the level of our Levia Dragon means we cannot special summon any synchro monsters from the extra deck. Opponent with Small World, letting them search. Adding a Crusadia Maximus. Are we done for? Opponent Kaijuing, summoning the Maximus, and they don't have any other plays. They are seppukuing, attacking into their own Kaiju. Maximum respect for the Crusadia. Alright, well, what a game. Let's go on to the deck list. Alright, here is the full deck list that I was playing for Legendary Ocean meets Ocean Dragon Lord for the Theme Chronicle event. Now, Levia Dragon is pretty fun, sending your opponent's entire hand to the graveyard. Doesn't always pay off, but when it does, it feels great. And the combo, very difficult to set up, so you gotta have a lot of search effects. Extra deck, did not see much use. Mostly there just to activate your pots, draw 2. We have Fishborg Launchers, so that if we send everything to the graveyard, we can special summon, maybe make a level 9 Synchro. Could go into a Vermilion Dragon Mech or a Ravenous Croaker Dragon, but you didn't get to see that line at all, so you know what? It's medium. So if you want to play this deck and not play it in the Theme Festival, you could throw Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher in there, because you can special summon this from your graveyard by banishing 8 cards from your deck. If you pull off your combo, you have this in the graveyard, and you didn't activate Ice Barrier, locking yourselves into waters, you can special summon that Gizmek Orochi, and you got 2 level 8s, so you can go to level 8 Xyz, but this card is banned in the Theme Chronicle event, so not able to play that, not able to show that off, but we did have Fishborg Launcher. So hope you liked the video. Let me know what you want to see next, and have a good night.